When I was in the third or fourth grade, I ran for my very first office. It was class treasurer for student government. I did not win, but that was a sign of things to come. When I was in high school, I joined the debate team. I watched way too much West Wing and got very interested in politics. But when I went to college, I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do. If being interested in politics meant I was supposed to go to law school. I wasn't sure. And so I took a handful of history classes, political history, and then took my political science classes and learned a little bit about statistics and data, and that really interested me. So when I came up to Washington to do my very first internship, through some connections there, my resume got sent along to a polling firm, and that's how I wound up getting into the data side of practical politics. My dad's an engineer, and so he was always very big on teaching his daughters how to be savvy with computers and encourage us to be good in math. None of us wound up being engineers in the end. My other sisters, one's in sports journalism and one is a nurse, so I guess my sister who's the nurse is the most scientifically inclined of the three of us. But we were all encouraged to sort of pursue, or at least be competent in those fields. So at the end of my internship, I had been interning at a place called the NRCC, which does all of the congressional races for the Republican side. And I had mentioned that I had wanted to be a press secretary or a speechwriter. I had really enjoyed the sort of verbal side of things. But I was also very good at spreadsheets. And in that internship, I had to do a lot with the fundraising side. And if you like spreadsheets and PowerPoints, you are a rare person, and you should exploit that talent for all that it is worth, because not everybody likes it. And so a friend at that internship passed my resume along to a polling firm where they said, look, we need to hire someone who for the summer can answer phones and update spreadsheets, and if you're good, we'll hire you on full time. And so that was what I did. And I began working there, answering phones and updating spreadsheets and learning the trade of polling, learning how to write questionnaires, learning how to moderate focus groups, learning how to analyze survey results. And over the course of the next almost 9 years, I worked at the same firm, sort of working my way up and building my client base and building my skills in the profession. And I also at that time had the opportunity to learn a lot about what young voters were thinking. I got to pursue a number of projects, learning what the youth vote was thinking and how they planned to behave in elections. And so from there, I wound up building up this body of knowledge and this sort of public-facing set of works that I had done all around the youth vote, whether it was a survey or focus group analysis, whether it was some op-eds that I had written, and that sort of wound up leading to the book deal, as well as having the opportunity to launch my own firm, Echelon Insights.